What some may see as an ugly mess of lines could be so much more if we open our minds. Join me on my journey if you have a big heart. Come on, let's go. It's the art of the chart.
Hey, how's it going? As I live and breathe, it's Art of the Chart. I'm Zachy Hennessy, and today we're going to find the beauty in technical analysis. Now, here's the thing. I've been doing this for well on like 3 or 4 months, probably even longer. And I decided it's time. New haircut, new Jewish New Year. Don't know if you knew that one. New me, new season of Art of the Chart. So we're going to do a whole new fucking whole thing. And, we're going to do it. Yeah, give me the drum roll. Give me the new graphics. And give me a special guest. Asher Westrup Evans. He's going to come on and talk a little bit. We're going to be, all right, calm down, but how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Here, excited for season 2. It's going to be a wild one.
A lot of people write in on Twitter, they don't, and they say, how come you ain't doing no landscapes? Well, it's because I don't know how to do them. But this morning, I spent 15 straight minutes fucking around, pardon my language, and now we got something.
I think we got something pretty special for the folks at home. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an exciting one. We've moved from animals. We've covered that theme.
Yeah, animals, put them right out. Monsters, donezo. So today we're going to work on our very first landscape, and I thought, what better, place to start than with XRP, good old-fashioned XRP. As you can see in this tiny little chart here, they had a big old spike. This was in this week, actually. This is from today, I believe. So that's doing really well. But, I decided, since we're turning things on their head, why don't we take this and turn it on its side? The metaphor, it loses its strength. But we're going to turn this like so, okay? And then, I went ahead and I took a couple of shortcuts. I always say, first thing you got to do is a trace. I went ahead and did the trace and a little bit of line work. What do you see, Asher?
Look, to me, we're starting to get around a sloppy oil spill next to a barrel of hobo filth.
That's exactly correct, and we're going to kind of elaborate on that. Just kidding, that's gross. So as you can see, I got this wacky doodle fucking brush here, and we're going to kind of make that work. And I'm just going to get right to work because I got a lot to do.
And this is where I'm going to come in here because there's an important point we need to deal with when we're looking at this sort of landscape design that's being done here.
There you go.
Because it moves beyond the sort of the standard scope of a single being, a single individual, and speaks to, I think, the decentralized nature of cryptocurrencies. I'm going to wax lyrical on that a little bit while we're here, if that's all right with you,
Say what you can. And don't forget to add in a little shilling to the Ripple people.
Well, of course. All right. So decentralized currencies, exactly as they're intended to be, they have no singular core center. Now, season 1, we focused on the individual, the animal, the snake, the double-humped camel, the individual man with his legs spread wide. These were the core tenets of season 1 of Art of the Chart. But the season 2 has a whole different thematic idea. The idea of the decentralized currency, the landscape that belongs to no one man. It's sort of, the commons, the idea, the classic British idea and British common law of the commons, the idea of this space that all can own, all can use, all can be open. And here with XRP, Ripple, the parent company representing the pool, the pond, the association becomes very clear. There's an artistic and thematic point. Wouldn't you agree there, Zachy?
Absolutely. And I think that, it's something really special, and we're really kind of explore that today. As you can see, I've already kind of begun. I've got a little bit of, I want this to be a little more gray. I've got a little bit of some rock walls kind of situation going on the sides here, and we're going to come in with like a darkish blue. And we're just going to kind of start to make magic happen, We just got to start punching in these colors. You want to start, just to speak a little bit about the craft for a moment, you want to start with your base colors, and then we're going to come on afterward and add in a little bit of, more accentuation. And just working in layers.
Well, one thing, if I may add on the craft side, now I'm no master artist like my esteemed colleague here, but one thing I do want to stress here that's important is now in season 2, we're going to head towards texturing. Now, it's pretty exciting, ladies and gentlemen. The texturing notion, we're getting beyond the straight line. We're getting to that area where things might be a little amorphous, but don't be afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to be afraid because there is so much opportunity in texture, in the scraggles and the rocks, in the fjords, if you will, of our lines and of our mind's eye.
It's actually
there is
pronounced,
opportunity.
just real quick, hate to punch in, but it is pronounced F-Jords.
Ah, the F-Jords. The F-Jords of your mind have so many opportunities, and as we can see from the art being created here before us, now I say the masterpiece.
I mean,
being
shucks, you
created
could say
here
it if you
before us.
wanted.
There is texture galore.
At the next big crypto convention, by the way, this is going to be on sale for 12 Bitcoins. I don't want to...
Whatever that's worth at that point in time. I mean,
Yeah, you know, $4. Like really kind of up there in price.
Should we not denominate in Ripple?
Oh, shoots. I don't know. I don't even know. Listen, I've been a journalist in cryptocurrency for a while, but what's one Ripple at now? It's like a couple of cents.
Approximately, we're standing, as of time of recording, around 27 cents for a Ripple.
Okay.
So what do you think would be a fair price? You know, so roughly
price?
put it out to $0.25 US.
Shoot.
Where
Yeah.
you, how many Ripple are you asking for such a fantastic piece?
8 Ripple. That's
Eight
kinda,
Ripple.
That's kind of starting asking price.
All right, $2.
8 Ripple. $2, ladies and
gentlemen.
gents.
8 Ripple.
Go
8
ahead and
XRP.
bring it on. And listen,
8 XRP.
you know, I bring on my friend, and what do you know? Suddenly we're already halfway home. You know, we just got a little bit of more, a little more work to do here. Actually, I'm going to save that. One moment. We're going to come in with a secondary brush here and just start to kind of add in a little bit of texturing, and you can kind of go a little bit nuts. Don't go fucking crazy, okay? But you can go a little bit nuts and just start to add in a little bit of, you know, like we were talking about, texturing. Because the texturing is where it's really going to start to come to life. That's a lot. Okay, there we go. And once you have that texture, you know, really the world's your friggin' oyster. You can just kind of like
the blending is
add
nice.
it into that, you know, and yeah, it's all about the blending. Look at that. That's fucking. I'm actually very impressed with how I manage that. Now, listen, some of you out there watching might be digital artists. You might say, "Oh, poo-poo," you know, no big deal. Well, yeah.
Would they say that? It's not the. I find the digital art community, particularly around the crypto blockchain world, very, you know,
I'm
welcoming.
tweeting this at Brecky. I think Brecky's gonna at least lie to me and validate my feelings and give me a little bit of good self-esteem. I want a little bit of white on this.
But will Brecky
water.
be upset? We're talking, of course, about Brecky von Bitcoin. Will he be upset that we're doing this on XRP? Will there be some tension in that dilemma? A little tension.
It's
in
hard
the
to
sphere?
say.
Much like the tension you get when the waterfall peaks over the river and it crashes onto the rocks and ground below. The new tier creates a bit of tension.
Look at that,
or a
Asher.
ruffle.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that.
As we can see being created right now, a little tension in the water, a little bubbling, a little roughage.
Just gonna pull that up to kind of have it collapsing down, you know. Collapsing down. Uh-oh. Don't say such things when talking about cryptocurrencies. Anyways, listen, we're approaching the end.
The zenith, if you will.
Yeah, we just gotta add a little bit of. I want to add a little bit of detail to this water, which is going to require kind of jumping back and forth between putting on the paint and then smudging it. And then we're going to do one final addition, which is going to bring some kind of pop some light into this. Oh shit, not that. Going to pop some light into this thing. Also not that. There we go. Just wanted a little more detail there. We're gonna add some trees, happy little ones, as the man, the myth, the legend, Bobbled Ross used to say. And one other thing I just wanted to add. Bob Ross, also famous for saying that when you're doing stuff in the foreground, try and keep it a little darker. And then that's going to kind of make it seem like you got a lot more depth going on. So that's what we've done here. Anyway, so now we're going to come in, add in our final little happy, quote-unquote, little trees. No, I don't want to smudge. I want this. And then we're just going to... And you just do it layers. Start at the bottom and then work your way up.
Much like the cryptocurrency world as a whole, you know, we started with simple layers, we started with simple designs. The basic Bitcoin kicked off the whole industry, Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper, and then it was built from there. Even, you know, regardless of ideology or view, whether you're a Bitcoin maximalist, whether you're a believer in the alt-renaissance, whatever it might be, there are layers always being built. We can be talking about the Lightning Network. We can be talking about various techniques that are built on top of the networks originally themselves. This is the way that we innovate, and this is the way we create art, and the way that art itself mirrors life. Wouldn't you agree?
I absolutely agree, Asher. And one more thing is that is good.
The man's focused, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
listen, it takes a. I'm drawing with a fucking Logitech mouse right now. We didn't have the budget for the pen pad for the Wacom tablet, so
Any donations welcome. We'll post a.
Yeah, Brecky, send me a Bitcoin and I will buy a Wacom tablet and I'll draw a portrait of you based on a Bitcoin chart. If you send it to me, I swear it, I'll make it happen.
We'll post the wallet address to send to when this goes live.
Oh, sure, that's a good idea. You ever gotten a Bitcoin donation?
Myself personally?
Yeah.
I don't seek for donations on a general basis.
Oh, I see. You're not a charity case like myself.
Yeah.
Is that,
This man,
is that the
the
implication?
definition of a charity case.
Yeah, just all right. Calm down,
The
bud.
trees are a
So
little,
we're gonna-
little stumpy.
They're a little stumpy. You know what we can do? Vault them up.
That's nice.
Isn't that? That's beautiful. This one, yeah, also a little stumpy. I'm glad you said something because I don't want to come away with like a piece of art I ain't proud of. Anyways, here's this. We're just going to do that. Kind of looking like a Dr. Seuss kind of situation, a truffula tree, if you will. And then we're going to do a final little smudging. And then, what do you know? Before you know it, you're back in business, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little bit of tree situation. That needs a little more depth in it, just real quick. Listen, it's hard, You say you have a baby, and then you say, well, I could have left it in a little longer. It's a classic. I'm not a parent yet, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
You got to bake a child in the oven.
You got to stick it back in the oven for a minute. Comes out with his eyes all crooked. Can't say that on television, Asher.
I would never.
Can't talk about babies coming out with their eyes crooked.
From your mouth to God,
looking like
Zachy,
fucking Bill Skarsgård
from your
coming
mouth
out
to
of the fucking pussy. It's terrible. All right, listen. Now we're about donesy. Here we go. Boom, bop, pow. I'm gonna give it 3 more strokes and then call it a day. And that's I'm quoting my wife on that one. All right, there you go. Now what do? You take away the fucking trace. Boom, baby. That's Ripple right there. And then what were we going to do? We're going to give it an artistic name this time.
That's
Brush
XRP
tool.
going into the mix.
I want to give it the crayon. And we're going to say, this is by Zachy. And what is it? What are we going to call this?
I'll leave the naming to you, my friend.
We're going to call it XR.
Peace?
That's the one. XR Peace.
I think that's a sentiment we could all get behind, ladies and gentlemen. A little XR peace in our life could help bring us all together.
And that's wonderful. And that's something that you can, take to the bank. And the next time that you're at a crypto conference, look for me. I won't be there, but I would like to sell you this piece for, we decided, 8 XRP. That's $2. Inarguably more than it's worth. So anyways, this has been a little teaser, a little teaser about what you can expect from Season 2 of Art of the Chart.
So much more to come, ladies and gentlemen.
Till next time, I'm Zachy Hennessy.
I'm Asher Westrop Evans.
And happy painting, happy analyzing.